In part one of his lifetime narrative, trainer Gary Subratie gave insights into his time as a jockey and his early days as a conditioner of thoroughbreds. In part two, Subratie shares his training time in Trinidad and Tobago, his present stock of 2- and 3-year-olds, and his long and fruitful association with jockey Emelio Bimbo Rodriquez. Join Quick Gallop, jhay.com, and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper, for another down-to-earth experience with trainer Gary Subratie.
You mentioned that you had good success in Trinidad and Tobago as a trainer. Can you tell me how did you get to Trinidad and some of the races that you won?
Yeah, actually it was Mr. Bassa. He was the owner of Big Man in town. He was going to bring him down for the derby, and he asked me if I wanted to train him for the derby down there, and I said I would love to. He won the derby with Javier Castellano, and subsequently since that he won the Gold Cup, I think it's a Gold Cup, with Frankie Dettori. I mean, it was a track record today. I've never seen anybody ride a horse like that. Further out, the man stopped riding out and patting down the horse.
Okay.
And that was Frankie Dettori.
Did you give Javier Castellano and Frankie Dettori instructions?
All I told them what the problems were and say, you're the jockey, you do what you want to do. I remember talking to Frankie because we found out that Big Man in town doesn't like to be covered. Covered meaning like a horse on the outside of him. So I told him that the second favorite, they're going to try and pin him in for the first turn. And I remember he saying to me, Gary, don't worry about it. I'm going to take him wide in the first turn. So when he came out of the gates, going into the mile turn, he kept going straight and the jockey kept trying to push him down. So when he saw that Frankie wasn't going down, he pulled off. And as he pulled off, Frankie just shot back to the front with the horse and just sit back there. And he ended up in the traffic, not Frankie.
Those were special moments?
Oh yeah, for him to say that to me, and he's going to take him, I'll take care of him in the first turn.
Yeah.
And see him actually do it. Yeah. It shows the type of rider he is. I mean, and I remember when we're, I shouldn't be saying this, but I remember we're in the parade ring and there's everybody there trying to give him instructions. But we had never really talked about the instructions in the jockey's room. So when I was going to throw him up on the horse, I said, Frankie, don't listen to those people, you know. He said, Gary, don't worry about it. It's like that everywhere in the world. Everybody wants to give you instructions. I only listen to the trainer.
Okay.
I'll never forget that.
How long did you stay in Trinidad?
I was there for about a year and a half. I won about 30-something races.
But you were training from Jamaica?
Yes, I was in Jamaica at the time. I was doing both of them at the time.
So who was the person there looking after your
Marvin Campbell, which is with Anthony Nunes now.
Trainer Marvin Campbell?
Marvin Campbell.
Okay.
He was a key man down there.
Big Man and Tongue is standing very quietly together with War of Words, and straight away they're off. And War of Words was bounced coming out of the starting gate. Chase the Dragon is the slowest to leave. Big Man in Tongue got a nice start. And here is Headline News on the outside. Headline News is the overall leader as they pass us for the first time. Headline News, Big Man in Tongue, Pot of Gold, that's the top three. And they're being followed by Prince Zishan. Then comes Nikita. War of Words is right behind the leaders. Katawa on the outside is next as they go around the first corner with 1,400 meters to travel. Pot of Gold is the leader narrowly from Big Man in Tongue. Headline News on the far side is now coming on. That's Headline News to take up the running from Big Man in Tongue now is settled back in second. Pot of Gold is now in third. Here is War of Words, the Triple Crown seeking horse. That's War of Words into second spot now, just ahead of Pot of Gold. Big Man in Tongue next is fourth. Then in five is Prince Zishan. After Prince Zishan is Nikita. Following Nikita through is Perfect Day. Then after Perfect Day is Qatar. After Qatar was Chase the Dragon. Then a couple of lengths back to Spotted Eagle, Firelight. And the back marker is Soka Train. So that's the field in the 2013 Derby. And the leader is Pot of Gold narrowly from Headline News. War of Words is tracking nicely in third. Here is Big Man in Tongue on the far side with Javier Castellano coming to put the pressure on the outside. Prince Zishan is under a ride in five. Then comes Perfect Day. She is starting to find her best stride together with Chase the Dragon as they come out from the far turn. Pot of Gold is the one who leads. Here is Big Man in Tongue on the outside now. Big Man in Tongue comes calling for that top spot. Takes up the running by a half length. In second spot is Pot of Gold. War of Words is under a ride. Headline News has gone backwards. They straighten up now with the 2013 Derby. And the leader is Big Man in Tongue. Big Man in Tongue leads by a length and a half. In second spot is War of Woods. Pot of Gold is next in third. Then comes Chase the Dragon. But it's all about Big Man in Tongue with just about 125 meters to travel. And Big Man in Tongue will go on and get the job done in the 2013 Derby. He wins and wins very much as he pleased. In second spot is War of Woods. Third home was Prince Zishan. This one came from off the pace to grab that spot. Headline News came again.
2024 has not been a good year for you in terms of your 3-year-olds. Why is this, and what is your stock looking like at the moment?
We have some nice 3-year-olds. Look, early potential look very good, but they're just not coming through. I'm a little disappointed in about 3 or 4 of them, but we maybe get together by the time Derby come around, hopefully, because we have some issues with a couple of them. They're coming around, but I think they're going to take a little more time because they're most like late foals. They're like me, so they're just turning 3. So I'm just being a little more patient with some of them. But,
What's your 2-year-old stock like?
I have about 11 2-year-olds, including 3 Americans. So it's really 8 local bred. Looking good so far. A lot of potential there. It's early bird. So let's see what can happen in about 4 or 5 months when we're on the first 2-year-old race in August. But,
Putting you on the spot, give me 2 of those 8 local breeds that you have your eyes on.
I have a casual drink filly out of Alvino Volcano, which is Dan Webby's. There's another 2-year-old that Mr. James owned, Lady Beverage, Sunshine and Shadow. I like those showing a little early signs. I think those are the ones that we can, we see early this year.
I noticed last year, it's not a trend, but I noticed last year you did not have many starters, 2-year-olds.
I had 1 starter, I finished last.
Okay.
Since I've been training, I won my first 2-year-old race in 2000. I've never been a year I don't win a 2-year-old race. The year when I won with Volvo, I won 17 2-year-old races that year. Last year is the worst year I've had with 2-year-olds, and it's reflecting in the 3-year-old season. So hopefully this year I'll pick up and get them a little earlier to run, hopefully. We never tried with these, but they just never wanted to go at the time. Some of them take a little more time.
Is it because you don't like to race your horses as 2-year-olds?
No, I love to race my horses at 2-year-old. It's just that I don't think some of them are ready. I'm pretty patient. You have to give me a sign. And I'll watch and see. It's experience, teacher. Not everyone of them can run in the first 2-year-old race and you think you get something out of it. When I run Wow for the first time and he got beaten by England Rose, I knew what I had going into that race. Because he's only had like a 2 furlong gallop before that race. I just gave him a run to see where we are with him. And he came second. I told the owner that horse would never beat him again. And he won 9 races as a 2-year-old race that year.
Gary, you have had a long, distinguished career in horse racing. 800 winners is not something to put aside, right? It's a tremendous achievement.
Thank you.
Is there any jockey while you're a jockey? Are there any trainers, now that you're a trainer, that influenced your career?
Quite a few. As a jockey coming up, Bongo and me were very close. Emelio Bimbo Rodriquez. I always looked up to him. I've asked him questions. How to change a horse lead in a race. I don't think he remember that, but I remember, and he tell me exactly what to do. And at the time when he said it to me, I said, "This man is a madman. Well, you can't do that to make the horse change him lead." But now in looking back, and with the riding experience now, he was absolutely right. But at the time I thought it was stupid, this him telling me.
Okay. Trainers?
Trainer. My father was very instrumental in giving me the base. Stefani, Wilfred Chin, did in the early part. I don't want to forget anybody. There's quite a few trainers.
Okay.
I don't want to pinpoint and say this particular person. Because if I have any questions, I'll ask. That's one thing I'm not afraid to ask.
Okay.
And I'm always learning.
In your long and distinguished career in Jamaica, based on your experience, the best horse you have seen run here?
The best horse I see run here. There's quite a few like Legal Light, everybody would say Legal Light.
Right.
But he was a one-dimensional horse. It was a journey horse.
Right.
If it was now, they would change the races like what they're doing to Atomica.
Right.
Going from 9 furlong to 7 furlong.
Right.
That's exactly what they did the last 2 races.
Okay.
But those days, once it's that journey race, the race is run if it's even 4 or 5 horses.
Right.
Right? Because we know at those days it was Arizona was his only competition at the time.
Right.
But one of the horses that I think a lot of is Eros and Viceroy. I think those two, they're not one-dimensional. They want short races and long races. And I think that's what I looked at. If I was looking at anything, I think those are a little more special because, especially Eros. He was just I saw the first race he won in D class, in a 5 Street, I think it was, 59. And I remember walking back when he was coming back in after he won behind him. And I was saying, what a rotted rump this horse have.
Okay.
The man had a hell of a thing around there. I say, it's very powerful looking horse. I remember that distinctively. But there's some special horses, but those two, I think, Legal Light, those 3 are my top 3. But, you know, I think Legal Light was more a one-dimensional journey horse.
Yeah.
And those other horses win long and short. I think more Viceroy than Eros.
Okay.
Make sense? I think Eros won a 925 already.
Yes.
Right, so I know he wasn't a one-dimensional horse, but I know Viceroy was more. He could sprint and run on.
Okay. In this interview, you have mentioned the name Emelio Bimbo Rodriquez several times. Apart from being your mother-in-law.
No.
You seem to have a very special relationship.
Definitely. I remember last year we were going into the Derby, the year before last, and I thought Dane Dawkins was a little inexperienced, and I wanted him to get, because that horse reminded me of Thornbird going into the Derby.
That's when Bimbo won the Derby
on
Bird.
So I know she was an up-running horse, so I said to him, talk to Bimbo, make him explain how to do certain things. She keep diving to the rail, ask him what to do. So when she came in the Derby, if you notice, she finished Derby in the middle of the track. A lot of people didn't realize that because Bimbo told him what to do when he come into the turn, and it worked. But you know, he gave him from step to step.
From gate to wire?
From gate to wire, sit down there, wait, patient. Here say must do this, here say must do that. And it was very instrumental to him.
But the leaders have left the 3 and come toward the 5/16th, and Atomica seeks her revenge. She holds the lead. Can Blue Vinyl reel her in? Brinks is surprisingly making late progress, but Atomica is into the lane. She's left the quarter pole behind. Blue Vinyl making hard work of it. Over on the rail, that's Brinks and Atomica. She continues to hold the advantage. Jay Dawkins using the stick in the left hand, and now she begins to drift off a true line. Blue Vinyl has to do more. Brinks is over on the rail. It is Atomica. She has had her revenge. She has turned the tables and proves to be the best 3-year-old in the land. Atomica wins it for the Oak Ridge Farms. Atomica wins and wins handily. Brinks is second. Blue Vinyl is third.
Bimbo has been somebody I can call and ask questions because he has a lot of experience, a lot of horse knowledge. He's a real true horseman. Helped me a lot with a lot of things in my early part of my career. You know, when I read it, I was calling him and said, Bimbo, talk to the jockey, tell him what to do there.
Did he ride any winners for you?
Yes, he did. A horse named Nicotis. I don't forget it. I'm glad he win a race for me.
What is next for you?
I don't know. Trying to get next 900, and I'm looking at a career away from Jamaica. Remember I did a stint in Trinidad. People don't know I won over 800 races long time ago because I remember I won 30 odd races in Trinidad.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not the same, just counting the one thing here. I'm looking at starting something in the States, maybe next year or latter part of this year.
More than like to Gulfstream?
More like Florida. I couldn't say Gulfstream, could be Tampa, could be anywhere right in the area. Because
but why is this? You're doing so well out here.
Yeah, but the racing, it's hand to mouth. You know, the money is not, the purse money is not great. You win one maiden race, maiden special over there, you get 69,000. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
$69,000 for a maiden race.
Yeah.
You just want to win 2 of that for the year, you're all right. You cover all your money down here.
Okay.
But serious, look at the money. It's 69,000 for a maiden special at Gulfstream in January, February, March.
Yeah.
And 60,000 now. So, I mean, you can find those special horses. I mean, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You have the horse knowledge, you know what to look for. You're not going to get the really great horses all the time, but most of the time you try and look for something. You know.
So there's a possibility that you will migrate and train?
I can't leave Jamaica. I wouldn't migrate, but I want to train abroad. A lot of my owners I'm training for now encourage me as well.
Okay.
So it's not like it's something from Michael Bernard was with me, that from then the encouragement was there through him, Mr. Webby, Mr. Duncan, a couple other owners as well, Trevor James. We're trying to establish a little thing over there, so we're going to start this year. Just got some little itches along the way, so so hopefully in the next month or two we get something going.
Okay. Several times you have mentioned your mother, who would not allow you to go to the racetrack during school days.
Yeah.
You mentioned also your wife.
Marie.
Your wife name is Marie.
Marie Subratie.
Okay.
Better known as Shirley.
Better known as Shirley. Your children. Gary, what does family mean to you?
Family means the world. Without my wife Marie, support from the day we started training. Kids Chad, wow, he loves racing more than me. Bradley and Andrew. I mean, it's been special, especially the support that my wife Marie has given me. Without her, I don't think I'd be here today. I just want her to know I love her.
Mr. 800, thanks so much for giving us of your time on quickgallopja.com and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper. I hope that you are a regular viewer.
Yes, I view very regularly. I try to subscribe, but I don't know how to do it.
Thank you very much, and all the best en route to 900.
Yes.
And of course from 900 to 1000. Thank you very much, Gary.
Thank you very much, Carl, for having me. Mackie and Ian, thank you very much. And to Quick Gallop, if you don't watch Quick Gallop, you're not going nowhere.
Thank you for watching another video produced by the team from quickgallopja.com and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper. Please stay on the channel for other enlightening videos on those involved in local horse racing. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell.